Hello everyone, my name is Jonathan Dodson and I live here in beautiful northwestern Minnesota. I'm a child of God and a follower of Jesus, and I serve a couple of churches up here, Emmanuel and Ebenezer. What I am not is a professional video editor, as you'll soon find out. I'm so glad you tuned in for this video series, this devotional for the care of creation, the beauty of the earth. And so thanks for taking this journey with me. And I've been part of the Care for Creation table, and it's been a lot of fun. And I've met some wonderful people, and I'd encourage you to be a part of it as well. I know when it comes to talking about how we care for creation, oftentimes I can start feeling down or insignificant, and there's just a lot of bad news that can lead me to just inaction and feeling frozen. Maybe you can relate. It looks something like this.
Hey Dad, today in school we learned that 1/3 of food produced in the world is wasted.
1/3?
Hey Dad, today I read that last year we burned an area of the rainforest the size of Jamaica.
Jamaica?
Hey Dad, I watched a video today about the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. It's a plastic island floating in the ocean between Hawaii and California. That's the size of Texas.
A plastic island of garbage the size of Texas? Well, hopefully, actually, the Grim Reaper doesn't show up and wrap you in chains like that, but you get the picture. So often, this bad news can lead us where we just want to pull the covers over our head, or like chains are wrapped around us, and it just pushes us to inaction and feeling frozen and paralyzed or insignificant. What could I possibly do? These problems are so big. Or often, you get this message that the planet would be better off without us. Fortunately, I don't think that's the case at all, though. Yes, people can do tremendous damage, but people also can do tremendous good. And hopefully that's what you'll get from this video, is this fact that you can be this awesome force for good and for the beauty of creation, being one of God's co-workers. And it can look something, it's as simple as this.
Embrace the light, Dad. We have beautiful things to plant.
It really can be as simple as that, as an encouraging word from my daughter to remind me that I can be a tremendous force for good in the world, and I can be a co-worker with God and for the beauty of creation. So I'm inspired by my family. I'm inspired by people like you, people making a difference. And so God bless you in that. For this video, I chose in the scripture the parable of the sower. And we hear about how God is a planter and how God will plant the seed of the kingdom. And we also hear in scripture that we are created in God's image, and that we are co-workers with God, and that we have been given a special responsibility. We've been given dominion as to care for creation. So it's very much a part of our identity and our purpose. Sometimes I hear people say, I don't have a green thumb. And I'm sure that they were told that, or exactly where it's coming from. Who knows? But it always makes me sad to hear that, because I don't think it's true and I don't think it's helpful. In fact, I would say that you are born to plant. It is part of who you are, very much just part of your purpose as a co-worker with God, born to plant. And so don't let anyone tell you you don't have a green thumb. It's absolutely not true. I was at the state fair this year, and I was really moved by a project that I ran across. And so I was in the 4-H building, and I was going through the projects, and my son was he had a couple things down there this year. And I came upon this one, and it was this student, and they were 12 years old, and it had a list, and what it said is, these are the trees that I've planted this year. And then it went on to list, it was like 127, and all sorts of different types of trees. And it got me thinking about my list and how I measure my year, right? And how many trees had I planted? And what was my plan for this next year? This list of what I'm going to plant. And so that's the question I'd like to leave with you. What are you going to plant this year? Because that's, I think, how we can measure if it's a successful one. What are you planting? Because know that you are born to plant, and that you can make a tremendous difference. God bless you.